Hey guys, BaoZakeruga here. By now I'm sure you've all seen that kick-ass Persona 5 trailer. Well, today we got a slew of new information, and what I'm going to do is go down the list one by one, and then after that I'm going to give you my individual thoughts on each. So, here we go. First thing, the protagonist is a second-year high school student who transfers to the city during the spring. He will move into a coffee shop owned by acquaintances of his parents. Next thing, the game starts out in Shibuya, but the stage is set in various parts of Tokyo. Next, this is a vague hint, but for what it's worth, the protagonist has some sort of problem that will lead to trouble down the line if he doesn't fight it. The part of the recent trailer that showed him in prison was a symbol for a prison of mind. Next, the dungeon that was shown in the trailer was not automatically generated, and the story will have various main places that are suitable for a challenge to a phantom thief with all kinds of stages and gimmicks. However, this doesn't mean that there won't be auto-generated elements in the game. Next, there will be some sort of social link-like feature in Persona 5. Next, the protagonist's first exclusively usable persona is named Arsene, and I'm sure I'm probably pronouncing that wrong because it's foreign, but this is likely derived from the famous phantom thief Arsene Lupin. Next, in previous titles, the Persona summoning scene had the Japanese onomatopoeia ka, which is something often used to depict a flash or a clicking sound. Persona 5 is buchi, which is a snapping sound, either physically or mentally. Next, anime studio production IG, known for Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, are working on the anime cutscenes in Persona 5. Next, while the protagonist of Persona 5 may appear to be the quiet type from what we've seen so far, this is a ruse of some sort. Meanwhile, his persona, Arsene, is meant to give off a more old school vibe, visually speaking. Arsene's cape, or wings, is designed to convey the image of a thief that can go to places out of others' reach. Next, the main character meets Anne and Ryuji, the other two characters in the trailer, at the start of the game. All three characters have problems of their own, although just what their problems are is not specified. It is hinted at in the Famitsu feature that both the protagonist and his friends have lost their homes. Next, Persona 5's protagonist also runs into the cat character Morgana at the start of the game, and Morgana is said to play an important role in the story, and it has the ability to transform. And finally, as far as the battle system goes, Hashino confirms that Persona 5 will once again have turn-based battles, but that the team has incorporated several changes to make it more enjoyable. Hashino also mentions that each character carries a distinct gun that serves as their ranged weapon. However, these aren't actual guns though, even though they can be used in battle. Now for my individual thoughts. First off, I want to talk about how the game takes place in parts of Tokyo. For those that haven't played the older Persona games, this isn't new, but this was kind of cut from Personas 3 and 4, because, like example, Persona 2 Innocent Sin. You have one area where it's a bunch of different places you can go, like shops, just normal people to talk to, and then there's another area where you can do the same thing, but it's different shops and different people to talk to, and like maybe something like, I don't know, a playground, a casino, and all that. So it looks like they're bringing that back. And this is a good thing. More areas to explore is always good. Now for the next thing, how the protagonist has a problem of sorts, and also the thing about the prison. Well, my guess is that the prison we saw in the trailer was the Velvet Room, because if you see the two new Velvet Room attendants, they kind of look like prison guards. And also the prison he was in was blue, while everything else in the trailer was red and black. So that's just my guess on that. As for the problem he has, I don't know, maybe he's like a kleptomaniac or something. He can't stop stealing. That's why he's doing the phantom thief thing. But as for now, that's just basic conjecture on my part. Next, the dungeons. How they're not automatically generated, or at least the one we saw wasn't. I'm cool with this. Either way, honestly, I don't really care. I was a fan of the dungeons in Persona 4. My initial playthrough of Persona 3, I liked Tartarus, but going back to it now, I really don't like Tartarus at all. But that's just because it's just boring. But from what we saw in the trailer, that dungeon looked really cool. I loved the stealth mechanics he was using. Can't wait to play that and see more of those elements in the game. Now, the fact that there will be some type of social link feature in Persona 5, great news to me. I love that social aspect of 3 and 4, and I hope they improve on it even more in Persona 5. The protagonist, Persona, Lupin is a pretty interesting choice. I expected some type of mythological figure, but I'm cool with this. Plus, he looks badass. Also, this is completely random, but I got a note. Atlas, Santa Claus. I want a Santa Claus persona. Someone at Atlas, make it happen. Please. Anyways, moving on. The new sound that summoning your persona will make. Interesting, goes with the whole, breaking free motif. I can't really say much else on it because we don't know any other real plot details, but it's nice that little small details like this will be in the game. Now, the fact that the protagonist being silent and quiet is a ruse, I love that, because I hate when silent protagonists have zero personalities, like they're a blank slate. Give me protagonists like Toon Link. They're quiet, but it doesn't matter because you can see what they're thinking with their actions. So if he's going to have like actual personality, even though he's the silent protagonist, yes, thank you. Now, the fact that all three protagonists have their own problems to deal with is a very good thing, because that automatically means character development, although that was never a worry in the first place because this is Atlas and Persona we're talking about. But also the fact that they have lost their homes. Interesting, maybe they have like a common past they don't know about. Maybe the cat plays into that somehow, I don't know. As for the cat Morgana, we already knew it could transform, and it was pretty obvious that it was going to have a role in the story. Also, I like the cat. It looks cool. I love his battle cut-in, the whole devious eyes thing. I'm on board with the cat. Battle system. I'm glad it's still turn-based. No offense to the Raito Kuzuhana games, but I prefer my Persona games turn-based. Also, I'm glad they're actually improving on the formula they have already to make it more enjoyable for the players. Can't wait to see what that's like. And about the guns, I'm glad they brought the guns back from the older Shin Megami Tensei games, but I'm curious of what they mean by these aren't actual guns. Like, what the heck are they then? I don't know, I'm just really curious to see what that's all about. So yeah, that's a basic rundown of all the new Persona 5 information we got today. This game is looking to be amazing, and I personally can't wait for it. What do you guys think of all this new stuff? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.